Well, very good morning, everybody, for Monday, the 12th of July. The weather summing up probably the mood of the nation at the moment, but not to worry. The FAI Junior European Championships have just got underway, and we know we're much better at that than we are at football. So, yeah, worth keeping an eye. As we can see, I think actually doesn't show the teams on here, but our group, many of them from Lasham, will hopefully do us proud and bring back some slightly gold medals at least. But for today, looking at the forecast, occluded front, which is starting to slide over the UK at the moment, sort of being a little bit hit and miss with us, which is why it's so difficult to predict what's going to happen today. And over the next sort of 48 hours, we will start to see a change to high pressure, which should start coming in properly on Wednesday, but picking up a northerly flow with that. But you can see the high pressure sort of keeping those fronts a bit at bay. So definitely start looking at getting ready. It is going to be soarable by the end of the week, and hopefully some nice cross-country days. Those winds, well, they've started to come around to an easterly, just following those isobars. And if we look at the briefing chart here, we can see actually this is both saying variable and 340.05, so that's not actually exactly as same as what the Met Office was showing for their public forecast, which on here is easterlies for today. So yeah, this swirling low pressure system is just going to cause us a bit of grief in terms of predicting which shower hits us when, and has also been the reason why for 1 minute it can look like the whole day's written off, and then the next minute's like at the moment we've got a bit of a sucker's gap. But yeah, not particularly strong in any regard, and on the ground it looks like at the moment light northerlies at times, with a bit of east, no stronger than about 10 knots. Those showers, as we can see here, very difficult to predict where they're going to be. There's another tongue of instability coming up from France at the moment, but this just sort of shows showers, or so we could miss them, we could get them. Very difficult to sort of pin down the detail on that at the moment. We'll look at the satellite picture in a moment, because with that, as you can see, all of the air mass is generally coming in from the south, the higher altitudes, and yeah, where it is you do get hit, it is quite slow moving, and some torrential downpours. Where you don't get hits, it's as it is at the moment, there are gaps and it's fairly flyable. Top temperature today of about 17 or 18. It probably won't feel like that though. And quite humid. The dew points to be about 14 to 15. I'll reload that. That's the picture at Lasham at the moment, which is rather a little bit surprising. So we can see a bit of blue sky, but a lot of this scuddy low cloud stuff. This is quite a moist air mass coming off the continent, which may lift and break for a little while before becoming a bit more conjoined as showers. Because as you can see here, we've just sort of come out of the influence of this sort of watch of sort of instability, which is just sort of heading in a northwesterly direction at the moment. Further to the south though, the next band, which is just over Caen, is probably only a couple of hours away, but trying to predict where that's going to hit. At the moment, I think that'll hit us, but let's see as it gets to the Isle of Wight whether that's the case. But yeah, that is only maybe a couple 100 miles away. More instability out towards the very eastern fringes, but yeah, so as I say, a bit tricky to predict. Top Metier, as you might expect, is not predicting too great of a day. It always likes to give it a go in showers. And here we may see a little bit of brief good weather for a time, but that doesn't link up to the Met Office. So sunshine and showers at best with this, and maybe a cloud base of around 2,500 feet if we're lucky. Looking at this, it states that anything can sort of happen. You get few at 1,500, scattered at 4,000 if you believe Farnborough. But then it's saying temporary of nearly all day rain and showers, or rain showers. And then you've got temporary of Prob 30 of heavy rain showers, which is probably linked to that tongue of instability coming in from the south. Look at Odium, they say broken at 600 feet. Towering cumulus 1800 feet. You can sort of see the trend here. It's tricky to predict. Airspace isn't too tricky to predict though. Solent and Farnborough active as usual. 21, that might be one of the danger areas, having been, no, that's the clay pigeon shooting, which I was talking to instructor Nigel about this, the fact that that's quite high to fire clay pigeon rounds, but there we are. Maybe they think somebody's in danger. Parachute jumping at Bryce Norton. There's a parachute display apparently between 11 and 3 this afternoon, so best not to fly over the top of that without speaking to Bryce. That's up to flight level 100. It's active today all day for us. And that's generally it for this area. We'll just take a quick look at that wind again. Yeah, 5 knot northeast. So if we were to operate, it would be really dependent on the grass. I don't think there's that much huge interest in today anyway at the moment, but if we do see a spell, then we'll go out and it'll probably be 09. But bearing in mind, we've also got 2 jet movements. That's also going to cause us problems because they're only going to land when we're in a position to actually go flying as well, because our minimas are fairly similar in that term. So yeah, arrival from Doncaster Boeing 727 probably around 10, if we just put that as a 10:30 as a vague guideline, and it goes out at about 4 this evening if it works. But yes, 09, potentially some areas of standing water and thunderstorms, which will cause us a bit of problems. So take what you want of that, and we'll either see you today or a bit later in the week when we've almost certainly got an improvement. Bye for now.